What's up, Lego builders? Today we are going to be comparing these two Lego Star Wars MTTs, and I will be showing you which one I'm going to be using in my giant upcoming MOC, so stay tuned. On my left, the Lego Star Wars 7662 Trade Federation MTT. This one is 1,326 pieces, the whole set. And then over here on my right, we also have the Lego Star Wars MTT. This is set number 75058, and this set comes with 954 pieces. Now, the reason I'm going to be comparing these two MTTs is because I want to show you guys why I made the decision I did, and basically the features and functions of both of these MTTs, so you can get a good idea as to how they stand up next to each other. So let's go take a look at these bad boys. Now, because both of these sets are just so big, I won't really be able to do too much of a side-by-side comparison. They won't really fit into my little filming area that I have super well. So what I'm going to do is give you guys the parameters for this comparison, and then we're going to take a quick look at each one individually, its specs and features. So today I'm going to be comparing three things. I'm going to be comparing the build, how well it was built, how strong it is, how much of the interior is concealed, how seamless it is. Two, and this one's very important, how accurate it looks, because I want my MOC that I'm going to be putting this in to be very accurate to the movies. And third, size. Which one of these is best sized for my MOC? So we're going to start with the little guy. So this is set number 75058. It came out in, I want to say like 2014, 15 maybe. First things first, we're going to take a quick look around the exterior and see how well it's built, how seamless it is, and how concealed the interior is and such. And I must say, this is a woefully put together set, my friends. Look at this. If you look at the right angle, you can see through the entire vehicle and out on the other side in multiple areas. You have this whole area up here. You can see into the actual interior of the vehicle down here, and back in here through this side. In fact, I literally thought I was missing pieces or had missed some steps, because this is just a gargantuan gap right here. And not only that, but here on the front, we have more giant gaps as well. I mean, look at this. This whole part juts out in the front right here, and there's nothing covering it up. It's just an exposed little platform that comes forward that has the hinge for this door. So if you look at it from a distance, it doesn't look too bad, but as soon as you pick this up, it's built, the flaws in the build become very apparent. As we move on to the back, things get a little bit better. As you can see, it's pretty seamless up here. You can't see in too well. It's got some cool little flaps on either side that open up to reveal a little cart or a weapons rack. And this back, I actually thought this was really cool. This entire back opens up, so the interior is actually fairly accessible. And then, of course, if you're comparing MTTs, you have to look at the droid conveyor belt, because that's always such a cool function. So this one just has a knob over here. However, this conveyor belt only holds 6 droids. Comes off. And so that's a big problem for me, because if you've watched episode 1, or which I'm sure you have, and you've seen the Battle of the Grass Plains, you know these MTTs are packing a ridiculous amount of droids. I don't know what the exact number is, but I can tell you one thing, it's a lot more than 6. So as far as design goes, it's designed fairly nicely as a play set, but as a display piece in a large scale MOC, I am not a big fan of it. There are just too many gaps. It doesn't look very accurate to the movie. Like this whole section right here is actually just kind of, it's clipped on. This looked like an MTT that a bunch of Jawas came across and scrapped it for parts. So on to the big boy. This is 7662 and was released in 2007 or 2008. And let me tell you, this thing is solid. Feels like a brick. Like, there were so many bricks that went into building this, probably more than just about any other set I've built, which was very impressive to me, because that makes it look very solid and very sturdy, which is extremely important, because these things are just, they're literally tanks. Nothing screams tank like this MTT. And if we look down here, the no seams, those are all black bricks, so everything is very nicely concealed. The front, I could do without some of the weird coloring, like you've got some light gray, black, and dark gray, and it should all be brown. But that's a pretty minor detail and one I can pretty easily fix. You can see there is a little bit of gappage right here when this opens up, but it's not super big and it can only be seen from straight on. The back has the same flaps as the smaller one, only these ones open down, and this roof doesn't come off, but there's a door in the back and you can pull out this little speeder. So for the criteria, it's very accurate to the movie. It's very well built, very sturdy. Looks good, not a whole lot of gaps or seams. And 3, it's big, which I need big. However, that is kind of my one complaint with this MTT. And I can't believe I'm even complaining about this because we all love big Lego sets, but it's just so big. In fact, other than like a big MOC, you can't really fit this into a smaller MOC. So that is my one complaint. If you do really want an MTT in your MOCs, but you're not a large scale builder and you don't have a large budget, unfortunately, this one is not the best one to go with. And I almost forgot, we got to check out that droid conveyor belt. So it's got the knob over here as well. And just look at that beautiful motion right there. Looks so good. You can almost hear the little alarms going off as this thing comes out. It holds a ton of droids. I'm pretty sure it's 6, it's like, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, it's like 16 to 20 droids. I don't remember what the exact amount is, but it holds a ton of droids. So this will definitely fit the bill for a large, accurate MTT. There you have it, guys. There is the comparison of the 2 most recent MTTs. Overall, I think this one is much better. However, there are some things to be said about this one earlier, like I said, just with it being very nicely sized and a pretty darn good play toy. As far as my MOC goes, I am definitely going to be using this big one. I think for the large scale size MOC I have, it wouldn't really make sense to use this little guy just because it wouldn't size up very nicely with my AATs or with the large Gungan army, as well as this one's just so much more accurate and comes with a ridiculous amount of droids. So overall, definitely gonna have to go with this one, but you guys probably already knew that. That's it for this comparison video, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to let me know which one you like more down below in the comments. Maybe there are some things you like about this one that I missed, or maybe you all out love that one. Don't forget to let me know what you think, as well as if you like this video, please don't forget to leave me a like. And if you're new to this channel, please consider subscribing so you won't miss out on my giant MOC that I'm building. But until next week, happy building.